Yeah, we're gonna put that.
Actually, that's gotten a lot better, but we still run into it, so.
Winter, no parking on village streets between 2 AM and 6 AM. Allows our guys out there to get the plowing done instead of having to plow around. Alright, and I guess, are we gonna do the handicap parking in the spring now? Okay.
I think if we get a little weather break, we'll do that, but we got the sign done today, that his little sign that we need to get done in the snowstorm, you know that by now, so we'll see how we do that.
Okay. That was all I had.
So, yeah, I guess there's been some people that have called. I didn't talk to Kristen personally about the curbside dumping law, and they're a little freaked out. They don't know what to do. I guess they always thought it was just okay to do it. Again, I think we're gonna have to just take some information from these people if they
That's all I'm doing right now.
if they don't have the means or whatever. We'll see what we can do, but
It
if
ends
it's just
up
that
all
they're
going into
lazy.
the dumpsters when we have our amnesty, you know, and
Yeah,
we don't really wanna make a whole big fuss, but if I've got somebody that's continually doing it, then I'm gonna.
yeah. There's a difference between lazy and unable to take care of it.
Do we need to give permission to auction the equipment?
Yes, I need permission to get that stuff listed with Auctions International.
Is that something to do with a motion or something?
Yeah.
Dan, is that a motion or a resolution?
That's a motion.
I'll make a motion.
You gotta say the whole thing.
Okay. I will make a motion to sell surplus vehicles and equipment, 2012 Chevy Impalas, Police Department 1 2002 Mercury Villager, Recreation Department, and 2 475 John Deere mowers. Cemetery Department, 1,500 foot of 5-inch hose from the fire department, and a miscellaneous radio equipment from the fire department.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
That will get put on Auctions International. Your next meeting, you will have your offers and you'll have to approve
Okay.
or disapprove.
Okay. All right. What about getting some new tires on the rec van?
Yeah, that's fine. Is that, you wanna put some new ones on?
Yeah, it'd be good. Just for the winter mostly.
I just got 4 for the 27, which is that 4-wheel drive that's up at the water garage. He wanted some new tires too, so yeah, we can get tires.
Okay. Excellent. All right. Any other questions, comments for Mike?
I'll make a motion to accept the DPW report as written.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Unanimous? All right. Fire report. You want us to read it, or you want to? It's up to you, man. We'll read it. We don't want to put you on the
I can
spot.
give you the highlights, I've got it. We had, each of the host companies, took money from some of their fundraisers and spent to fill a, Toys for Tots box. And it was overflowing, so just to
Excellent.
let the people know that, you know, we use some of the money that we do fundraising from and give it back into the community. Pat, I think, has probably seen, Dante did, I'm not sure where it stands right now, I didn't have the numbers, and I wasn't sure who the chairman of the Board of Fire Commissioners was for the town of Homer, but the contract was up to that point to confirm the numbers and confirm the chairman of the Board of Fire Commissioners. The town of Homer Board and the town of Homer Fire District Commissioners have to have a joint public hearing between them before they can do it, then it would come here for signature. But I don't think there was any issues, just a matter of getting that done and into the process, so I'm not sure whether you've got that information or not.
I got it from Don.
Yeah, I looked at the contract, I didn't see anything.
Yeah, so we've gotta confirm the number, make sure that's right, and find out who the chairman of the Board of Fire Commissioners is.
Yep.
And we can make it go. We had 2 new firefighters just complete boot camp, which is almost a 200-hour training class, that they took. Gives us a couple of brand new good, candidates for interior. We had 2 other folks, complete, they had some of it in another fire department that they were at, came here, and our requirements in the county are different. so they took the other courses to complete so that they would be at the same level. I don't know if Mike put it in his, but our mini rescue 542, that's out of service. He's working on that. Looks like there's an issue with the turbo. He's trying to see if that's a warranty issue. It's got a recall. But parts are ordered either way. It's gonna have to be fixed. All the turnout gear that we ordered, helmets, boots, and the coats and pants has all arrived. So we're working on getting that out. And I just wanted to say thanks to some of our members that took time to decorate the fire station. Looks
Looks
pretty
great as
good.
always.
They got that done. Obviously you saw the fire report that was, attached. I've given information to, Tent Kate to Grant Services. Tried to get everything compiled that he needed to start looking, and, his recommendation is to go after some additional funding, perhaps for the engine.
Good.
And then, we're probably gonna try, a micro grant, what they call a small grant for, a new pager. Probably the same company that we have, but it's a 2-channel that would allow us to do a couple things more than what we can now. The only other thing I've got, the IT department from the county came in the other day, yesterday actually, to the fire station and installed the, alarm or CAD, computer-aided dispatch software on our computer. Our connection is very slow. I'm not sure what we did at PD, but they needed to do something to interconnect or speed that up. We may have to do the same thing at the fire station to make that work. It allows us to be able to see the calls as they come in.
Just do it. It's, theirs didn't even wind up costing more. Because the way Time Warner and Spectrum do it, they were on a really slow, same with the Village, really slow connection. We called and we upgraded and more than quadrupled the speed, same price.
Oh,
So just call and do it. It's
Okay.
gonna be about $100 a month still. So,
I consider that done.
yeah.
The only other thing I've got a quote here. One of our, it's a 4 gas detector, does oxygen, carbon monoxide, and I forgot what the other 2 are. We had one go bad that couldn't be repaired. It's $875 to replace it. We already have one, so I wanna get the same kind of thing again, so if there's no issue, I'll get that ordered and make sure that that's good to go.
What you say?
That's, we raised the limit to 1,500 or 2,000?
25.
2,500.
Jim had that.
Yeah, 2,500.
I always like to let people know.
I appreciate it.
so that-
Yeah.
Oh, okay, did you order some?
I did not from them, I wanted you to see that first.
Oh, okay, do we need to talk about this versus the other one? Okay, alright, we can do that. So I'll order that, get that meter ordered. The hoods that we ordered, we're still waiting for those to come in. And I think I told you, hose company number 1 decided to buy a second one on top of what the village is buying, so all of our interior guys will have 2 of them. So we'll be splitting that. There's actually 2, there should be 2 invoices, one for the village and one for, hose 1, so it's split down the middle.
Great.
Got a question for you.
Absolutely.
What do you guys do with the weekly, if not more frequently, call that comes in that Kennedy Hardwoods is on fire?
Well, I can tell you that, it's not our issue. That is, the Preble Fire Department, but that was just recently changed. They made, what they call a site-specific run card, for that address. So when that comes in, Preble's gonna be the only one going, unless they have more than one call, or one of
Got
the
it.
fire department members get there and says, yep, I got his burning. So yeah, that's done, that just happened the other day, so.
Yeah, every time I see those come through, I know it's some, good-natured person driving down 81 that's not from around the area
Right,
and thinks it's on fire, but
Well, it was 3 times that one day.
it was it 3 times that one day?
so yeah, Preble fixed that, they took care
Okay.
of that, they knew it was an issue, they just had to get through dispatch and make the changes in the dispatch system, the CAD system, and yeah, it's done.
Good.
That's when I was driving to Syracuse, and I told my wife, I says, they're gonna call, that's going right across the road.
Yep.
As soon as it cleared up, the trooper car sitting right there, and all of a sudden, next thing I know, Homer monitors, I'm going, that trooper couldn't call and tell him? He was sitting right there at the thing.
They don't always hear our stuff.
All right, any other, questions, comments from Malin?
You wanna tell them about Casterline and Preble's fire chief? You knew that.
Yeah.
Nick,
He works for you.
us, Casterline, he got elected as Preble's fire chief, so
Oh,
it's something you should know in case he's not there, so.
So that means he's leaving us? Obviously?
No, it's not.
So he's both?
Yeah.
He's just,
He's yeah, I mean, Preble's
He's gonna be
volunteer
everywhere.
too, but
Alright.
he took that position just like Malin took our fire chief's position, so.
very good.
unless anybody has any other questions, I'd recommend that we accept the fire report as written.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
Can I just give two information things?
Yes, you may.
Number one, thank you for proving to get the outside done. It's done. Your bill, Dana's here. And your bad news, Mr. Thornton had eye surgery and he told me the other day that unfortunately he will not be doing the ice, but we'll try to bring it up. So he will not be doing the ice this year, but we'll bring it back up. Or I'm gonna bring it to the younger members, see if I can get somebody to do it. So,
Oh, that would be great.
you know, he's got a patch on his eye and he says he won't be able to lift and pull those hoses, so just, well, let's get some time to work on it.
Okay,
Get
that'd be
things
great.
going.
That'd
Is
be
that
great.
right otherwise?
We'll,
Oh, yeah,
we'll
he just
plow it.
can't.
The street garage will plow it, we just gotta get people in there.
Right.
We need to get
At least he's
involved.
70-something
Yeah,
years old.
absolutely. By all means.
Yeah.
You know, he just come in one day, he's sitting there, he says, oh, by the way, I got some bad news for you. I said, what's that? He goes, I'm having the eye surgery next week, and he goes, I can't do the damn ice. And then continue to talk about what he's talking about. I said, okay, Ralph, I'll get it. I'll give him advice, but I ain't doing it.
We will take his advice.
He's been great for years.
That's your bad news, Zach.
Yeah, right on.
Thank you.
All right, police reports. Let's see here. Chiefs. They made some big arrests, yes. They did arrest someone, DWI, who was driving a stolen vehicle. And then also, they did make an arrest of a burglary where, some household items were stolen, including a firearm, and they recovered that, so that's very good.
Excellent.
I'll make a motion to accept. Once you're all done reading.
We'll put this in the Homer News as well, but if people are going away for the holidays for a weekend or a week or the whole winter, notify the Homer Village Police Department, and that way they can do property checks while you're gone. Make sure that your house is safe and secure.
Good idea. I know I've not done it. I will this year.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Right?
Unanimous. Recreation report.
You aren't gonna be wearing shorts out there doing ice.
No, not doing the ice. I should stand up for the people so I can see. Just want to apologize. We had a technical issue. We lost our stream for a minute or two there, so I started a new one. We'll have records of. I don't know if I can splice them together, but
Don't worry.
we got it.
We'll have a part 1 and part 2.
Yeah, exactly. We've got almost 400 people registered on RecDesk, so the program is chugging along. It's working. $9,500 has come through RecDesk between, you can see there the breakdown and, cash check and credit cards, which is the big one.
And that's only been up for how long now?
Let's see, we started that for the basketball program was the first, that can't be more than a month or two.
Excellent.
Ski club, we got 124 participants. That's probably bumped up now, a couple more in between. I got a few calls today asking if they could still join up. So by all means, they can use our bus and pay for it as long as Labrador will take them. I doubt Labrador is going to turn anybody down this early in the ski season, so or ever for that point. Let's see, boys tournament team. This is the basketball team that pays the older boys paid $225, and the younger kids paid $85. The older group beat Shango Forks 49-25, which is outstanding. That's the team coached by Sean Earl. What else here? Let's see, Travis Rocco, for example, he requested concert time for our summer concert series, so I reached out to the church, began talking to them, and there were two other ones. We got the orchestra and somebody else who were interested in booking, so I'm starting that.
Good.
The indoor walking program at the junior high school is back up. If anybody wants to get off the streets and walk indoors, you can go there. There's a sign-in sheet. They didn't ask us to do this, but as a courtesy, if you have a pair of dry shoes, if it's been really nasty out, you might want to bring those along.
Make sure you put that in your Homer News.
Certainly.
Cart, yeah.
Certainly. That's between 4 and 9 p.m. on any normal school day.
Okay, good.
So you just go there and they have the sign-in sheet right there at the school, you
Yep,
sign in and
the,
you walk around.
Junior high office. Yep, they just ask that people sign in.
Yep.
There's cameras in the whole building, so I don't think they're worried about too much.
Yeah.
And they're generally open after 4 o'clock anyway for sports. So
Right.
Janitor somewhere.
yeah. One thing I'd like to push for is doing payments on rec desk only, rather than having people come into Kristen's office, for example, and pay for programs. That will basically cut out my work of having to chase people down who we've either forgotten or just haven't bothered to pay.
Right.
If there is a situation where somebody wants to pay or needs to pay via check or cash, by all means, come on in. It would cut down on that legwork significantly. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see. And then Kristen, our deputy clerk, is developing an arts and craft program with her daughter. That's still in the works. We'd like to get that started, sometime around January. We missed December, but that's okay. And those are my key points there.
Excellent.
So
Thank you, Zach.
no problem.
Very good. Any questions, comments for Zach?
Keep up the good work.
Motion
I'll
to,
make a motion to accept it.
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Very good. Alright, water and sewer. We'll go through this because Buzz isn't here. We did get another round of water meter replacement funding today, so that's good. So it was good that he put that in his budget because we did get it, so there'll be no more water meter replacement going on in the village next year. Let's see.
Heard good things about inline, so that's a
Mhm.
good thing.
Yep. Let's see.
I know we discussed that at the budget meeting, but there have been, those 4 weeks that were identified. We need to look into that, I think.
Oh, yeah. 4 leaks that were identified?
Yeah, remember we talked about that at the budget session?
The manholes.
No, not the manholes, there was the actual lines.
Well, yeah, you said it was spurting.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
And you mentioned one day that we had 375,000 gallons that the pumps ran per day. So that fix on the Route 281, it's absolutely significant. Because normally it was used to be 700 to 800,000 gallons a day. So if you had one day at 375, that's amazing for that 70 horsepower motor not running.
And for,
That's,
keeping water in the aquifer.
yeah, that, and,
I
I'd
just
love to
mentioned
compare that 375 day to what the sewer took in. That would be an interesting track to see
Yeah.
how it worked for infiltration.
Well, we'll do, one of our upcoming meetings, we'll do a water and sewer symposium, and we'll have Bruce come down when he's a little closer with his calculations.
oh, that'd be good.
I'd like to start that.
How far out are we with that?
We're close because G&G should be just about done. And then as soon as they're done, we're ready to leap back into that. But I have to check with Kristen to see if she got him the 4 months or 4 years of data that he needed to run his models to figure out what a new billing model might be.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if she's gotten that to him yet or not. All right,
I'll make a motion to accept.
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous, okay. Privilege of the floor, anyone wanna say anything? Once, twice, thrice?
Anybody on Facebook?
Street department, water department, we got a CPR class going Friday morning for all of our guys.
Okay,
CPR AED class. TLC's gonna put it on for us, so
What time?
I'm sure it's gonna be a little expensive, but anyway, I kinda thought it was important to do it with all our guys being out there like that.
Oh, yeah.
so.
What are the
Especially in the
charges?
winter with snow.
I don't know yet. I think it's like $20 a person, something like that.
When you know for sure, let me know, I'm just total curiosity sake.
is it CPR and first aid or just CPR?
CPR, AED, first aid.
Ah.
I'll be partaking in it to re-up my certification.
What time is this now?
10 o'clock Friday.
Okay, so we'll be done with the, no, department head meeting Friday morning, don't forget.
Yep, that's 8 o'clock. Yeah, I know, we were trying to plan around that, so.
Okay, old business. New business, resolution. Alright. Whereas the village board of the village of Homer finds that the proposed projects at 1 through 3 South Main Street and 23 South Main Street are consistent with the existing local or regional plans. The proposed financing is appropriate for the specific projects. The projects facilitate effective and efficient use of existing and future public resources so as to promote both economic development and preservation of community resources. And the projects develop and enhance infrastructure and or other facilities in a manner that will attract, create, and sustain employment opportunities. Be it resolved that the mayor of the village of Homer is hereby authorized and directed to file an application for funds from the New York State Empire State Development Corporation under Restore New York Round 5 program in an amount not to exceed $1 million, to authorize the mayor of the village of Homer to sign said application on behalf of the village, and upon approval of said request to enter into and execute a project agreement with the state for such financial assistance to the village of Homer. Do I have a motion?
You have a motion?
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Great idea.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Okey dokey. Anything from our good friend Mr. Dante?
I can't find that thing in the code, Mike, about the driveways in particular. Do you remember anything about the context?
I almost think we fell back on some of the state stuff, but
Okay, yeah, you were thinking it was a state law.
Yeah, cause I know that they can't do it over our plow roads,
right.
state and county. I don't think you can push any snow onto the state or
Other
county roads.
roads, yeah.
I like I said, I can't, well, that's why I stopped, cause village might be different.
I can take a look.
I'll keep looking through the state
Yeah.
stuff too. If you happen to find something, let me know.
Yeah,
Is that it?
Stuff we should talk about.
Got it.
It's actually a ticket issue, what they do, the troopers come and
Is
ticket
it?
it.
Okay. Yeah, so it must be a state.
The snow
law.
plow people, or whoever you wanna call them, we call them snow jockeys.
Any comments from board members?
Actually, I do.
Oh, really? Come on!
I got
I was
a,
looking right at you.
I know, I got an email because you saw my paper.
No, I didn't see it. I just knew.
I got an email from our village historian, Martin Sweeney, as we were pulling things out. We have all the pictures of our previous mayors, and we were missing a few. One of them was H.R. Ward. However, he's managed to track down a picture. Unfortunately, it's only a 4x6, so we need to figure out how we want to do that to blow it up to the standard size for the rest of the
You've gotta get
mayors.
Mayor Ward
Plans.
as
And,
large as possible.
On top of that, we are also Missing our two most recent pictures of our mayors.
I'm right here.
Mayor Genevieve Sue and yourself, Major Help, so.
I'm right here.
We need to get.
Anytime, just take it.
Should we go with a hat?
Yeah.
Ken, with the badge?
So,
Don't
so
tell me
we'll
with
need to
that.
figure out and, schedule to get, those, photos
What are
rectified.
these other mayors wearing in these? Are they wearing ties?
They're wearing suit and tie.
Yes.
Forget it, don't do
There
it.
used to be pictures of them here.
Well, you know
Do it
what?
as you are.
I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna have to look at these other pictures.
Where are all these other pictures currently?
Currently, they're in the village, recreation office.
I think that's something that should be proudly displayed.
Well, we're gonna put them up when they finish our side here.
I like that idea.
They're gonna be put back on display, so right now, Mr. Sweeney's getting everything laid out, so we have them by year. And, then when we're all set, we'll be able to put them up.
I was at the Village of Frankfurt's office last week, and they had every single one of theirs down one of the hallways. It was quite neat.
We'll get there.
Had all the dates, everybody was there and everything.
We only go back to 1920 something, and Mr. Sweeney can go on the details of that, because we actually changed from, I think, a presidency to a mayor,
Oh.
so.
I'm all right with going back to presidency. We can
But-
do that too.
I caveat that Martin knows all more about that than I do.
As he should, right?
Yes, and as he should.
Any other comments by board members?
Any word at all on the, Mr. Huss?
Just what I sent you.
Just what you sent me, 10-4. That's all I need.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Happy New Year.
All right, we got executive session.
Do we?
Yeah, I think Dante has. a
I just
few
wanna
things.
update you guys.
Okay.
So Zach, if you wanna just stop that.